This is really one of my favorite table saw jigs, just a miter sled. A couple nice things about this is that it rotates between two large pivots, so the angles are pretty accurate, and then it has a fixed stop. So if I'm trying to cross cut on here, I could set whatever angle I want, usually like a 22.5, and I set my fixed stop and I'm able to make my cut. So this is a great jig. It's really hard to replicate. I got this at a woodworking show, and it was pretty expensive. My next jig I really like, tapering jig, and I usually use this for legs on a table. This thing travels back and forth, so even though it's a set distance off of the blade, I could really get any taper angle I want, right? And any offset I want. It's pretty limited, really, just to legs on a table. I don't think I've used it for anything else. And actually, I've been trying to build my own of these, and my issue is the angle. And I've been thinking, how could I have a perfect angle using only wood? And it struck me that the TruSquare gives me perfect angles. So what I have here is really just a homemade fixture. It does everything that miter sled does and everything that taper jig does. I made it all out of wood. All my wood is relatively inaccurate. However, since I'm using this beautifully machined tool, accurate to the thousandths, this is really accurate. So what I did is I just created a wood track in there, fixed it on the bottom of a piece of scrap plywood, drops in there, it travels this way. I have a wooden fence attached to my TruSquare, and then here's my perfect miter sled. So let's say I want to cut a 15-degree angle. I drop it in, it's a positive lock at 15, and there it is. I just hold my board right on there. And I get those perfect 15-degree cuts every time. It really is the best of a homemade jig mixed with the beauty and accuracy of the TruSquare. If I want fixed stops or common things, I just drilled a few different holes in here. So a really common mitered cut I make is a 45, 10 inches long. I just take out my dowel. I set on 45, there's my fixed stop. This drops in there, there's my fixed stop. And it has, for the taper jig, here's the other beauty of this. So on a taper jig, usually I put like a 5 or 10 degree taper on those legs. I just bring this over to 10. There's my taper jig right there. I use that same dowel as a little stop right here. And then my offset is actually much easier to do with this than it is with that taper jig. I just loosen these up. It travels in the fixed red track. I bring it to wherever I want to cut that taper. Set the angle I want. Taper jig all set. I could actually use this TruSquare for any sort of, in any jig that I want perfect, accurate measurements.